What's up, y'all? Let's do this. Oh, hi guys, welcome to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host, and today we got a lot to talk about, man. So I got a loaded show for you today, and basically off the top of my list is basically what Tucker Carlson said last night about that Toronto teacher. So we're going to talk about that, and then plus we got many more to discuss. But before we go any further, guys, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, guys, seriously, guys, please consider donating a cup of coffee for me, because for a price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and Cumberland Farms, guys, you guys help keep this podcast show alive. You guys help me carry more stories, more topics like this to talk about. Alright, I do accept Bitcoin donations. Okay, I'm also on Locals, guys, if you guys want to support and sponsor Nikki's World. If you guys love Nikki's World so much, please hit that like, subscribe. Please give me a review, good, bad, and the ugly. And before we get this show on the road, literally, guys, if you guys love this episode and any of my other episodes on Nikki's World, please consider sharing this across all the social media platforms that are out there today. Alright, guys. I'm on the road. I just got done with doing testing for the TSA, which is the Transportation Security Agency. So I got done with that. So I'm on my way to work right now. So I'm hoping I can make it there without having any dang problems. Alright, so and that's that. And then also, I got a contingent offer from them, so contingent upon all the paperwork, all the selection process, the structured interview, and all that, I may have a job with the TSA shortly. I may. So it's all contingent upon it. Yep. So I may. You know what I mean? So I may be looking to get a new job shortly. You know? So, other than that, guys, I'm diapered up as always. You know me, guys. You know me. I'm diapered and podcasting for y'all. So, let's get the show on the road, guys. First off, guys, let's talk about this Toronto teacher up in Canada next door across the border, which is like, 600 miles from where I'm driving in Connecticut. There's a teacher who basically, in my opinion, this is why parents need to put their foot down, okay? Parents need to basically say, enough with this shit. Enough. It's like, for some reason, you have this male-identified trans, for some reason, going to school dressed like I don't know, he's got some, like, basically breasts that look like they're hanging all the way down to his hips, and they look so big that it's like something you would see out of Japanese hentai porn, okay? For some reason, this guy takes Japanese porn to the 10th degree. This guy takes like Japanese porn where they have a fetish for gigantic breasts, for women who have gigantic breasts, to the 10th degree, and literally wears it to school. I mean, at what point in society are we going to tolerate this and put our damn foot down and say, no, fuck no, 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 no? At what point? I'm asking everyone, at what point do we as a society say enough is enough? At what point, ladies and gentlemen? It seems to me, ladies and gentlemen, the transgender community is pushing they're pushing everything to the point where people are going to just react and say, fuck you, enough. I agree with Tucker Carlson last night. And by the way, I do bring the receipts on the show, guys. When I talk about something, I make my comment based on what I am referencing to all the articles or all the YouTube videos that I'm talking about. Okay? So to all the listeners and the far left liberal listeners out there, I bring the receipts. I bring the receipts and the bill of sales to the show. So that way people can't say, oh, this and this and this. Well, that's what I do on the show. And if you're my listener, you would know. Alright? So when do we get a point in society that these people are just taking their fetish to the 10th degree? These people are taking what they would fetishize and throw it out in public like if it's normal. That's not normal even for a woman to have gigantic breasts, like they're like so big that they're hanging all the way up to their hips. To me, guys, this is nothing more than a delusional dude who's taking the fetish to its logical conclusion. It is. It's nothing more than a dude who has a fetish for stuff like this and taking it to its 10th degree, its logical conclusion, and its end. That's all it is. But the fact of the matter is, guys, this guy, essentially he dresses like a caricature of like some hentai porn that he's got a fetish for. He's probably not even really trans, but he's probably some fetish dude who's got a fetish for hentai porn, and he wants to dress in cosplay like the fetish, like the Japanese fetish. I'm like, at what point, guys? At what point? At what point, ladies and gentlemen? At what point, as we as a society say enough with this shit, enough with this bullshit, enough with these people who are taking their fetish that belongs in the bedroom and taking it out in front of people for everyone to glare and look at? At what point? I mean, there has to be like a red line, a line that in the trans community that you're not supposed to cross. You're not supposed to do, say, or even remotely like mimic. There's gotta be a red line somewhere. But for some reason, these people are quickly, constantly moving that red line to the point where pretty soon there ain't any. And the fact that this guy is a teacher at a school, basically a middle school, he's basically forcing the kids to go along with his fetish. That to me, guys, that to me, in the 1990s and early 2000s, that to me would land your ass in prison. But today, it's all about tolerance, acceptance. I'm telling you, we're getting to a point that tolerance and acceptance is only going to go so far, to a point where people are going to say, fuck you, bullshit, we're done with your tolerance and acceptance bullshit. It's going to get to that point, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to say this. I hate to say this. I hate to say this. You ever seen the rubber band thing? Where if you pull that rubber band so far, it'll snap and it'll hurt you. We're getting to that point, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting to that point in society right now where sooner or later, that rubber band is going to snap. And when it snaps, it's going to hurt like nobody's fucking business. It is. It's going to hurt like no tomorrow. Because I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling you this. The left, the transgender community, they're pushing the bounds to the point where people are going to snap. Where people are going to snap back and say, enough! We've had enough! We can't tolerate this bullshit that y'all pulling. We can't tolerate it anymore. The fact that the transgender community is pushing their acceptance to its 10th degree, like for example, doing drag queen story hour in schools, libraries, or at pride festivals and twerking in front of your kid. At what point are we as a society going to say enough is enough? At what point do we put our foot down and say, no, we are not tolerating this. We are not accepting this. I don't care who you are, what you identify with, what you call yourself as, or what you claim to be. We're not tolerating this. Now, if you want to identify with whatever, be my guest. That's you. But don't foster it. Don't force it upon everybody else. Because everybody else didn't sign up to go along with whatever delusions that you're claiming. I mean, nobody in society didn't sign for this. Okay? I didn't sign for it. Where was that paper that said that I signed to go along with this, and this, that I signed to go along with some dude who has gigantic breasts that people can see from a fucking mile away? I didn't see the paper. I didn't see the slip. So where is it? Where is it? The fact of the matter is that we are watching a downfall of society because of this. We are watching society collapse because of this. Because we're allowing these people to twerk in front of our kids, to basically allow them to put dollar bills into their song, or especially kids. It's like, where are the adults in the room, ladies and gentlemen? Where are the adults? It seems like they're nowhere to be found. It seems like they've abdicated their responsibility. To me, guys, as a conservative, okay, as a conservative and libertarian, I am fine with you being LGBTQ plus, okay? I'm fine with you being who you are, okay? I am. But the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, is that you people take that to the 10th degree. You people take that so much that you people are making everyone repulse on y'all. The fact is, guys, I'm okay with you being LGBTQ, okay? But the problem is, when you push it onto kids, that's when I draw the fucking red line. That's when I put my foot down and say, nah, man, we're good. That's wrong, man. That's wrong. That's low, in my opinion. That's low. That's low. And in my view, guys, that's wrong. That's dead wrong. I'm okay with, for example, I'm okay with you being transgender as long as you're not pushing it in front of kids. That's fine and dandy, okay? That's fine and dandy. I'm okay with that. But when you decide to push it on the kids, when you decide to have drag queen story hour in front of impressionable kids, or you decide to twerk with your butt hanging out and your thong hanging out in front of kids, that's when I say, fuck you, no way, no how, we're not going along with this, and that's when I put my foot down. Pretty much. See, tolerance has a limit, and a lot of people on the left think that there is no limit to tolerance. I say like this to y'all. Fuck you. Tolerance has a limit. We can tolerate and accept you for being trans, but we can't tolerate when you want to push your fetish and your kink in front of kids. That's when society should just put their foot down and say, fuck you, dude. That's not happening. That ain't gonna happen. That will never happen. We are not gonna allow that. We're not. But the fact of the matter is, you got lefty lunatics who are allowing this shit, and then who are allowing, like, people to basically be comfortable with, like, sex offenders and pedophiles in the community. Nah, man. There's a level of tolerance where I say, fuck you, dude. There is, man. There is a level of tolerance that I will go to. Okay? I'm okay with you having a fetish. I'm okay with you having a kink. I'm okay with you being transgender, gay, lesbian, bi. But the second you push it upon kids, that's when I say, fuck you, hell no, nope, we're not doing it, we're not tolerating it. Yeah, that's when I say, hell no, dude, hell to the fuck no, you know? That's why it's like this, ladies and gentlemen. I'll say this in no uncertain terms, is that your sexual fetish, your sexual kink should not be pushed onto kids. Period. It should not be foisted on them. I don't care who you are. I don't care how far left you are. It should be a nope, 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 and oh hell no. Pretty much, guys. Pretty much. I mean, look at it this way. I'm okay if you're at the legal age of enlisting in the military and you want to transition to either male or female, I'm fine with that, because you're a legal consenting adult. You're at an age where you can enlist in the military. But if you're not that age of enlisting in the military, I say fuck you, man. Nope, and oh hell no. Nope. The fact is like this. The left is pushing the bounds on what they think is acceptable. It is. And parents need to put their foot down. They shouldn't wait for politicians to say, oh, we should be doing this. Nah, man, we shouldn't. We should be putting our foot down and saying, fuck you, hell no, we're not doing this, and we're not allowing our kids to see this shit. It's pretty much cut and dry. It is. It is. Now, the one thing I want to say, caveat to this, is that the school in Canada is supporting this. The school in Canada is enabling this. Okay? They're basically saying to the community, saying to people, yeah, we're okay with this. We're okay with this teacher dressing like a hentai porn fetish. I mean, here's my question. How are the women okay with this? That this guy is portraying women, that he thinks that women are supposed to have gigantic milk-sized breasts? I mean, I sit there and I go to, and I have to ask the women and the feminists this: are you guys okay with this? Are you guys perfectly okay? I mean, seriously? Are you okay with this? Are you? It seems to me these people think that you're a fetish, that you're a kink, that they fetishize things that like should not be allowed in society, basically. Okay, folks? They fetishize things that should never, ever be allowed in society. It's like, I don't fucking care who you are, what you call yourself, what you identify as, but if you fetishize stuff that should not be allowed in society, and you want to at a point of cosplaying this every day in society, you need Dr. Phil. You need psychiatric help, in my opinion, okay? You basically don't need to be near kids. I don't care who the fuck you are. You basically should not be near kids, period. Alright? You shouldn't be near children, or, I'm gonna say this, you shouldn't be within 10 miles near a kid if you're gonna do this shit. Seriously. And you know the funny thing is? The left is defending this dude. How are they okay with this? Is there a limit to what the left will defend? Maybe there isn't, because the left will defend almost anything. You know? I wouldn't be surprised, and I mark my words this, I wouldn't be surprised if the left defends a dude wearing nothing but a diaper and baby gear and being able to walk around the neighborhood. If the left defends that, then we have no morals. We have no morals in this society. It's pretty much like, basically it's like this. Ever since we elected the Pino and the idiot in the White House, society has been reduced to crap like this. So it's like, where's the Bruce Jenner, sorry about that, where's the Caitlyn Jenner and the Blair Whites of the transgender community? Where the fuck are these people? Shouldn't they be putting their foot down and saying, we don't support that? I'm like, looking left, I'm looking right side for these people. I'm like, where the fuck are these people? I guess they're nowhere to be found. I guess they're nowhere to be found. Yeah. They ain't, ladies and gentlemen. They ain't. And it shouldn't surprise me, folks. It shouldn't. It should not surprise me at all. Nope. But it's the left. And you know, as they say, folks, according to the left, if there wasn't any standard, there wouldn't be any double standard. Yeah. It's the left for you, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to say this. It's the left. That's why I sit there and I go, how can we as a society be okay with this? How, folks? How can we as society be okay with letting a dude clearly has a hentai fetish, okay, clearly, like, go to school with gigantic breasts like that? And my thought is like this, folks. Don't schools have dress codes? Don't schools have, like, proper dress codes for teachers? Like, wearing business dress and like that and whatnot. So I'm wondering, does this school in Canada, I believe, doesn't have a dress code? So if that's the case, are they allowing teachers to go to school dressed up like a clown, or dress up somebody you see at like at a strip club? I don't know. If any of my listeners can chime in on it, let me know. Let me know, man. Let me know. Alright? Let me know. But anyway, guys, I want to talk about this other topic. Okay? I want to talk about this, alright? I've been on a few kink sites, okay? And I have rope kink, which is, I do self-tying, self-suspension, I do shibari, which is like being tied up and being suspended from a pole and all that. I have a group who basically tried to, guilt shame me, tried to make me feel guilty, and tried to, basically run me out because of my views, okay? The fact is, they tried to run me out because I have conservative and libertarian views, and they think that, because you have these views, you can't be in kink and all this. Now, to me, being a libertarian, I'm fine with a lot of things, okay? I have libertarian leanings, which means I'm all for small government, limited government. I'm all for individual rights, liberties, and freedoms. I'm all for the fact that whatever you want to do, as long as you're not pushing it upon everyone else, I'm okay with it, okay? But the fact of the matter is, there are some people who try to complain that, how can you be in kink and not support trans people? Here's my take on this, guys. I do support them. I do support their right to be whatever they want, as long as they're not pushing it upon everybody else, as long as you're not foistering it in front of everyone, as long as you're not like being so out loud, demanding, and all this shit. Okay? That's where I stand. For me, I'm all about personal liberty, personal freedom. And the fact of the matter is, there are some people in this kink group who try to say, like, then why are you anti-trans? Why do you anti-this and this? Well, let me put it this way. I believe in rights and liberties. I believe in free speech. I believe you have a right to your own opinion, your own viewpoints and beliefs, okay? And if you're trying to force me to change my opinions because you don't like mine, I can't argue with you people. But I can say like this. I respect your opinion. I respect your belief. Now, you should do the same for me too. You should respect my opinion and belief too. The fact of the matter is, you have people who are so openly pro this, pro that, but can't respect people having their own opinion. The fact here is like this. People are all for diversity, but when it comes for diversity of a thought, opinion, views, and beliefs, then they cry, oh, you're a bigot, you're hateful, you're this, and this, and this, and this. What happened to diversity? What happened to being diversity of thought? Whatever happened to being, like, respectful of other people's opinion? Whatever happened to being, like diverse, open, inclusive of other people's opinions? What happened to that? It seemed to me, ladies and gentlemen, it got lost in the fog. It got lost in translation. It got lost, okay? It got lost real badly. It did. It seems that like it got lost in translation. It seems people want to preach diversity so much that, there should be women of color, there should be LGBTQ minorities and all that. But they tend to leave out diversity of thought. They tend to leave out, like, views, beliefs, because they want everybody to think the same. They want everybody to view the same, believe the same, act the same, talk the same. But when people have differences of opinions, views, and beliefs, then they get all in a tizzy. Then they get all in a temper tantrum. Then they get all like, oh. The fact of the matter is, we don't have a diversity of thought here. We don't have a diversity of opinions, views, beliefs. We don't have that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. We do not have that here in society. We don't have that. Because people are all about, diversity of this, and this, and this. But when it comes to diversity of views, opinions, and beliefs, I'm sorry, man. It seems that it's nowhere to be found. It seems like that I can't find diversity of views, opinions, beliefs, and thoughts. It seems I can't, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it seems that has been lost to it all. It seems it has. Yeah. It seems like that. But to me, guys, if you can't respect my opinions, my viewpoints and beliefs, how can I respect yours? That's the question I'm always asking, folks. That's one question I ask all the time. How can I respect your opinions, views, and beliefs, but when you can't respect mine's at the same time? The fact of the matter is, people say they want respect, okay? But respect works both ways. And the one thing I thought of this while I was like at home and all this, what would happen if a Muslim shared the same opinions as I would? How would the left respond? That's a good question. How would the left respond if a Muslim says, oh, they're anti-trans, they don't like trans people or this and this and this? How would the left respond to that? How would they respond if it was a Muslim? If it was like a Shia or Shiite Muslim that said that? Or even a Palestinian said that? How would the left respond to that? That's what I want to know. How would the left, defend that? Would they say, oh no, it was like, oh, that's them, that's Muslims? How would they? It's a valid question. But since I'm Asian American and I have viewpoints like that, or I have viewpoints similar to that, okay, let me rephrase that. I have viewpoints similar to that. They often cry, oh, you're a bigot, you're a transphobe, you're this. Yeah, they would cry over that. But if it was a Muslim that said that, it'd be crickets. It'd be silence. Because you know why? They don't want to offend the Muslims. Because they know what would happen if the left even dare challenge the Muslim on their viewpoints of LGBTQ people. They would, let's just say it's like this. It wouldn't fucking end well. Really. It wouldn't end well whatsoever. It would not. Okay? It would not. But anyway, guys, I do want to talk about this, guys. I do want to talk about that, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. He's now going to send a bunch of plane load of illegal immigrants that were dumped into his state into leftist, liberal, blue enclaves. Essentially, guys, he's making the left, the liberals, live up to their own standards. He's making them live by their own words. Okay? Essentially, guys, the left, they love to claim and champion. They're all for open borders. They're all for sanctuary cities. They're all for illegal immigration. But when it comes time to do all this shit, and when it comes time to be all for this shit, they run and scatter like rats. They run, flee, scatter like rats that they are. Because there's a meme that I have, and it goes like this. Everybody wants to be gangster, but when it's time to do the gangster shit, they chicken out. Literally. It's like the left, they're all about wanting to be for open borders, illegal immigration, sanctuary cities for them. But when it's time to do these things, and when they get dumped on their doorstep, they cry like the soy bitches that they are. They really do. They cry like bitches because, it's a crisis. Well, I'm going to say this. It was a crisis when it happened in Arizona and Texas, but y'all didn't flinch. But now it's a crisis because it landed on your fucking doorstep. Don't come crying to my ass. Don't, bitch. Don't. Don't come crying to my ass. Nope. Don't come crying to my ass. But it's a good thing. And I say this, it's a good thing too that the Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is doing this. Because you know why? It forces the left to live by their own rules. It forces them. It's funny how the left likes to force everybody else to live by their rules, but when it's time for them to live by their own rules, they cry, whine, complain, bitch, and moan like nobody's business. Yeah. So I tell you, how can these people be taken seriously if they're not going to live by their own rules? How can they? I can't even take the left seriously anymore. I can't, folks. I can't. I can't take them seriously anymore because they have this thing called rules for thee, not for me mentality. They think that the rules don't apply to them, but the rules apply to everyone else. Yeah. They think it applies to everyone else, folks. That's what the left thinks, guys. The left thinks the rules apply to everyone else. But it just shocks me. It just shocks me that the left thinks that like, oh, we don't have to play by the rules. It's everybody else that has to play by the rules. Well, you know what? That's not how the world works, bitch. And like it or not, I agree with what Ron DeSantis is doing. Dumping illegal immigrants in liberal enclaves, liberal elite cities. Make them live by their own rules. Make them live by their own standards. Okay? That's what I'm all for. And that's what I support, and that's what I agree. Is that you make them live by their own standards. You make them live up to their rules, okay? And if they don't like it, change it, okay? Change it quick. We don't mind. We don't mind you changing it. In fact, we're probably okay. We're probably okay with you wanting to change the rules because you don't like to live up to it. We don't mind. We actually don't. But to me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm all about making the left live up to its own rules. I'm all for the left living up to its own standards. If they can't do that, then they shouldn't have any standards. Pretty much, guys. If they can't do that, then they shouldn't have standards at all. They should not have standards. I'm sorry, man. The left should not have any standards whatsoever. Nope, and nope. They shouldn't. But if you ask me, folks, the left is basically like full of themselves. They're basically a walking contradiction. They contradict themselves all the time. They basically like fool themselves into going, oh, we're all for this, we're all for that, we're all for this and this and this. Yeah. Bullshit. It's like they say, they talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk. And it goes like, and it goes around like this in where I live. If you talk so much, but you can't do what you say, people are gonna look at you like, are you a joke? How am I gonna take you seriously if you're gonna pull this shit? How am I going to take you seriously? Yeah. How? I mean, I would love to take you seriously, but you just don't do what you say. You know? You just don't. And to me, actions speak louder than words. It really does, man. Actions speak louder than words. And something the left needs to learn. And they're going to learn sooner or later. They're going to learn. It's like they're going to learn. They're going to find out. Yeah, they're going to know. They're going to know. I hate to say this. They're going to know. They are really, literally going to know. Yeah. They are going to know. So, it's a foregone conclusion, folks. They are going to know. So, they can't hide from it. They can try to hide from that. I mean, literally, figuratively, they can try to hide from all that. But to me, they're going to know. They are going to know. Yep. They are going to know. They are, folks. They are going to know. It's like pretty much like this, guys. They're going to know. They can't hide from it. They can't basically run away from it. They're going to know. It's a foregone conclusion, folks. They're going to know. They're really going to know. You know what I mean? They're really going to know. Hey, one thing I wanted to talk about, guys. This article came from, Just the News, and I'm going to post it in the link below. It seems the FBI has become nothing more than a Gestapo for the Pino and for the Democrats. It seems they've become full-blown Gestapos for them. It pretty much, man. Pretty much, guys. The reason for this, guys, and the reason for that is look at what they're doing, man. They're trying to make January 6th look like a case for extremism. But then you got FBI whistleblowers leaking material to Republicans on the House and Senate, saying that the FBI has abdicated its responsibilities, and they're basically focusing all their attention on trying to make Trump supporters look like extremists, like domestic terrorists. Telling you, man. I agree with Dan Bongino. I go like this. We need to abolish the FBI yesterday. We need to get rid of them. We need to say enough is enough. We need to say like this.
Sorry, could you say that again?
And sorry if you heard Siri. We need to say like this. We need to abolish the FBI. The FBI is done, finished. Yeah, it is. All right. And one thing before we go, I want to talk about this also, man. This was put out on Red State. Okay. There's an article saying the Air Force is so strapped for pilots that majority of their officers are all white. You know, one thing I want to say is like this. Who in their fucking right mind would want to join the military and serve under an illegitimate president, okay, who basically doesn't even know where he or she is 90% of the time? I'm sorry to say that, but who in their fucking right mind would ever want to serve under an illegitimate president? Not me, guys. Not me. But because I'm in the Coast Guard Auxiliary, I be like, yeah. But I know like this, we have elections coming up, so at least if we have a better Congress, I'd be okay with it. Okay? Because it'd be a check and balance between the two. Alright? But in actuality, that's a national security issue right there. That we are so short of pilots, because if we ever get into a situation like World War II, that we're so strapped for pilots that I'm telling you, if a next global war hit, we're fucked. We are fucked and screwed royally. We are basically fucked beyond fucked. We literally are, guys. We are so fucked that it ain't funny anymore. Okay? It isn't. Alright? So that to me is a national security issue right there. That we are so short of pilots. Because look at it this way. We're not paying our military pilots well enough. We're not paying them to stay at least in the reserve or National Guard. Okay? But the fact that we are so short of pilots should scare us if we ever have to go to war with Russia or China. If we ever have to go to war with either one of those two, I hate to say this, guys, we're fucked. We're fucked beyond all fucked, okay? We literally are. Alright? So, anyway, guys. Anyway, I just want to say like this, guys. This podcast show, my podcast show is inspired by Dan Bongino, okay? My podcast show is inspired by Dan Bongino, Sean Hannity, Louder with Crowder, okay, and Tim Pool. Those guys inspired me to do a podcast show like this. And to speak my mind, to speak the truth, and to let my opinions, viewpoints, and beliefs be heard. Okay? The fact of the matter is, my opinions and viewpoints and beliefs lean more libertarian and conservative, which probably will irk a lot of people, because there are probably a lot of listeners who are progressive, libertarian, liberal, and all this shit. So they probably have stance like that. But the fact is, guys, is that I value freedom of speech. I value diversity. I value diversity of thought, opinions, viewpoints, and beliefs. I value those very well. Because you know why? I love to hear viewpoints, opinions, and beliefs that are different from mine, okay? If for example, if someone believes I'm anti-trans, I go like this. Prove it. Bring receipts. Bring proof. Here's the thing. On my podcast show, if I talk about them, I bring the receipts. I always bring receipts. Because you know why? Because we deal with facts. We don't deal in opinions. Because to me, opinions are subjective. They're not objective. That means each individual person has their own opinion. But I respect their opinions. I acknowledge their opinions, and I say, you have a right to have your own opinion. You have a right to your own viewpoint. You have a right to your own beliefs. And I respect that. And the same should be for me. That people should respect my opinions, my viewpoints, my beliefs. Not like put people down for having viewpoints they don't like, not shaming them, not like bully them, not like intimidating them. No, that's not how the world works, okay? That's not how the world works. If you have a viewpoint and opinion that is different from someone else, that's fine. That's great. I respect that. I value that. I acknowledge that. But if you're going to shout down on me because you don't like my viewpoints, you don't like my opinions, you don't like my beliefs, I got no time for you. I got no room for you. I got no time to talk to people like you. That's why I sit there and I go like this. I respect your opinion. I respect your viewpoint. I respect your belief. But if you can't respect mine, then I got no time for you. I don't. I mean like this. If you're adult enough to be respectful of their opinions, viewpoints, and beliefs, then you should be able to tolerate and accept other people. Okay? You should. And if you can't, it ain't me, it's you. Okay? It ain't me, it's you that have the problem. Not me. Okay? Now me as a libertarian, okay, I respect your right. I respect your opinion. But you should cordially do the same. But in this day and age, they don't. Because a lot of people are like, oh, if you're not pro-trans, if you're not pro this, and this, that you're anti this, that you're a bigot, hateful, this, you should be canceled, you should be deplatformed, deboosted, removed from this. Then you know what? You're not a mature adult. You're not mature enough to have an adult conversation and mature enough to learn to agree and disagree. You're not, folks. You're not. So, to me, that just says like this, that you rather stick to your principles, stick to your ideology, and stick to your viewpoints, and not respect the other person's viewpoints, and maybe learn from both sides why they disagree on that issue and why you agree on it in an adult manner. Okay, that's my stance on that, and that's my take on it. And to me, as a libertarian, if you can't agree like an adult, how can I take you seriously? How can I take you seriously as a person, as a human being? How can I? I can't, and I won't. So that to me is a stumbling block right there. That to me is where I have to say, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. That to me, folks, is where I have to go, yeah, sure, dude. Yeah. All right. Anyway, guys. I hope y'all have a good day, guys. I hope y'all be respectful of each other. And please, don't act like a jackass or an idiot. Don't, okay? Don't. Be respectful of everybody's opinions, beliefs, viewpoints, and who they are and what they are, okay? And if they have viewpoints, opinions, and beliefs that's different from you, be respectful about it. You don't have to go down a path of, oh, you're this, you're a bigot, you're this. That just seems to me, I don't want to talk to you. I have no time for you. I don't. Okay? So, anyway, guys, thank you for listening to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host. I will see y'all soon. Bye for now. You just listened to an episode of Nikki's World. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all soon. Bye for now.